And so the referee is signaling the medical team. Of course, the goalkeeper has been down for Agba Grammar School due to the collision. Well, of course, intense action at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital speech. The Olympics Forum Senior Secondary School Tournament has literally been late. Of course, whatsoever we've seen is born out of intellectual cruelty and the ability to be instinctive in making decisions. Well, both sides unrelenting, both sides just been so incredible in creating and constructing chances. That is the ability to be swift and calculative at times where you need that calculations. Well, of course, the coach impressed with his players after that equaliser coming in from Ogbe Secondary School. And that's from top field by Agba Miracle. And so Samson Miracle out in time. Taking upfield. Ogbe Secondary School now in control. Oh, a way to get it down from the captain. Number 3 jersey today, Agba Destiny. Left back that has been so incredible. And so that is going to be a free kick to Ogbe Secondary School, going to be taken by the captain. Agba Destiny to captain his team to victory. So now we are all squared, it's 1-1. Now a chance. Oh, what a word from the goalkeeper to get that cleared. That's a lovely header towards the Power, the goal scorer for Agba Secondary School. Oh, and that might be a straight red. They've been at the edge of the penalty area. A free kick to Agba Secondary School. And now the referee, of course, going to reach to a pocket. And the referee hands over the yellow card. And now Agba Grammar School with the opportunity to get the second goal of this very game. Opportunity to convert. Agba takes a strike. Oh, what a chance! And that's a comfortable save from the goalkeeper. Now it's going to be a throw-in. He can't with the ground, he just can't with the ground. Can't the ground. Now it's a corner kick to Agba Grammar School. As it stands, we are all squared at the University of Village Teaching Hospital pitch. And so, swung in. And then takes a strike. Just went so high. Well, of course, our report of Ogbe Secondary School, literally with that beautiful strike to find equaliser. Now both sides are levelled. Both sides need to push more if they're going to have a goal. It all depends on how clinical you can be. Of course, you can actually describe the players to be incredible from both sides. Now it's going to be on the corner kick for Agba Grammar School. Got swung into the penalty area. Anyway, not cleared properly. Takes a strike. Oh, that was close. Well, of course, nearly certainly cannot kill a bird. Now he's going to be on the corner kick to Agba Grammar School. Taking into the penalty box. What a header! Oh, what a save! And the goalkeeper tips it over the bar. And so we're going to have the third consecutive corner. And still taking. Swung in, and this time couldn't quite direct it on target. Now, the segment of corner now over. So now it's a chance for Agba Grammar School to commit more bodies into the penalty area. Oh, that's a lot of defensive work. Into the penalty area. Get it bounced. Get the shot. And a lovely clearance. Now Ogbe Secondary School defender really tight. And so the referee didn't happy with that challenge. And so, of course, the free kick taken quickly. Now, there's going to be a chance for a good pull up. Now, that's a lot for defensive work. So now it's a corner kick to Ogbe Secondary School. It is Destiny is going to take this very corner. Taken into it by Destiny. Well, of course, that was literally deep. Of course, get the strike. Oh, that just went over the bar. So that's the end of the first half. It was indeed a first half that we all saw attributive play. A first half that was literally tantalising. A first half that both sides really fought to the core. But both sides are levelled at the University of Teaching Hospital field after intense action. Of course, in the opening 10 minutes, we saw Ura Gospel of Agba Grammar School finding the first goal. That lovely strike. Of course, 10 minutes later, Samuel Ufort of Ogbe Secondary School put the equaliser to ensure that both sides are levelled. So at half time at University of Teaching Hospital field, it is Agba Grammar School 1, Ogbe Secondary School 1. player down. So the referee having a word with the player with number 20 jersey for Ogbe Secondary School. Well, the referee not happy with that challenge. Of course, it's a free kick to Agba Secondary School. Well, that's projected upfield. And so it's been judged offside. That's projected upfield by Brother Miracle. For Agba Secondary School, as it stands, we're still 1-1. Now Agba Secondary School takes that one to the goalkeeper, who likes it upward. Now it's a free kick to Agba Secondary School. Now a chance for them to get back into the lead. Of course, the best not taking it in the pulley. That's second by Ogbe Destiny. Tough. Then the goalkeeper just gonna get more bodies in front to ensure that they have a second goal. Not throwing. Well, the referee not happy with that challenge. Of course, it's a free kick to Ogbe Secondary School. Of course, what we've seen so far from these very talented young stars is simply honouring the ability for them to be so calm and composed under pressure. Well, it's Agba Secondary School who are looking to get the other one, but the referee not happy with that challenge, of course. But the offside flag up against him. Rob's outfield by the goalkeeper. And a good clearance from 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗿𝘼𝑔. And then into the penalty area. Now it's going to be a corner to Agba Grammar School. Oh, what a chance! Slow high. Well, of course, you don't literally have those chances. Moments you have them, be sure and be clinical to convert. As it stands, both sides are levelled. University of UBTH and Hospital Field. Of course, if it ends this way, we go directly into penalty shootout. Of course, both sides wouldn't want to be in such precarious position. And quite a good challenge. Oh, what a lovely play. And they're brought down by the referee's play on by Ufot, who's got the first goal. They got it to left for the good chase, also got down. And of course, that is going to be a free kick. And so the play, in a bit of pain. Hope it's quite doing okay. The referee signalled the medical team just to get a look at what's simply going on. So the referee signaling a free kick to Agba Secondary School. And the referee orders it to be retaken. So that's taken upfield, deep down into the heart of the great secondary school. Oh, and then so it's Marvelous just trying to keep that in play but couldn't. And of course that's not the kind of play the drillers would love, but at least it was indeed taken deep. And so the offside flag. Well, that's a throw-in for Agba Grammar School. Towards the player number 10 jersey. 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘿𝘼 has been brought down. The referee not impressed with that challenge. Of course, that is going to be a free kick. Now it's a chance for them to rally around and set an opportunity to convert from this very set piece. Of course, if they do, they have the goal. They're simply going to make it 2 today and give them one go ahead. That's a 1 goal deficit. And so Agba Grammar School now are going to commit more bodies forward. Let's take it to the penalty area, and they're trying to go for that low one. But in the end, couldn't quite hit the target. But sometimes we've seen a free kick a bit tricky. But if that went in, that could have been very contended for one of the best goals in this very tournament. Well, of course, the derby was for the senior secondary school tournament. It's been so lit. And all the players, the young stars, literally they've showcased exactly what they can do, even on the grassroots level. They played like professionals, and both sides still are yet to get the difference. Of course, the first goal scored by Agba Grammar School in the first half, coming in from 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘼 in the opening 10 minutes, and then Samuel Wolford pulled out a lovely equaliser 10 minutes later. That shows you the intensity of this very tournament. That shows you the quality of these young stars, how they've literally graced the grassroots football. No doubt, you do not underrate these young stars. We've seen so many instinctive play, so many indelible moments to therefore remember, so many strategized play. Well, of course, you can actually commend and know exactly what they could actually do. And so the cooling break now over, and the players are ready to continue play to get the last quarter of this very game ongoing. Of course, no team would love to be knocked out of the very tournament. And that is the irony of the game. We only have one winner. If we didn't have for the 4th-time whistle, we go directly into a penalty shootout. And so that's a long throw in from the Panama turn jersey for Agba Secondary School. 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘼𝘼. Now it's going to be a corner to Agba Secondary School in search for the lead. Of course, swung into the penalty area, headed away. Oh, that didn't just quite connect properly, just the way he wanted it to be. Ogbe Secondary School trying to advance, and that's a lovely way to get the possession back. And so the referee says it's an offside. Of course, the offside flag up against him. So this could be a chance for 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘿𝘼, and what a save! That is a fine save from the goalkeeper. And so the referee ensuring that the play is quite okay to continue play. And so this will be a lovely chance. And get the header! Oh, what a save! And then the goalkeeper went after that very one. And Uzoma with that header and a save from the goalkeeper. And so Ogbe Secondary School just trying his best. What a chance! Oh, just taken across the face of goal. But this is 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘿𝘼. Lovely touch. It's brought down, the referee says play on. Advantage given. And that's a good clearance. Now it's going to be a throw into Agba Secondary School. Well, of course, 65 minutes already done, and then both sides still, they are levelled. Going to be a throw into Agba Secondary School. And the throw-in taken by Marvelous. Now it's going to be a throw-in once more. Lovely header. Oh, that's a lovely chance. Now we have a chance. Oh, what a good defensive work once more. Nice one from Destiny. Just so alerts to the danger. And so it's made an impressive clearance. Well, both sides are still levelled. As it stands, it's 1-1. Well, no doubt, both sides has been so impressive. Both sides unrelenting. And now Agba Secondary School has got some defender to do. Ogbe Secondary School trying to advance. They're sticking it by Michael. Well, that's straight towards the goalkeeper. Over to the penalty area, but no one to get that received. Well, did crack on it with that one. This is SchoolEdo. Oh, what a lovely save from the goalkeeper. Still not cleared properly, and then finally they get the job done. Applauded by the fans. And now this is Ozotsuku to take. Well, up high in the sky. Ogbe Secondary School, of course, still in control. Can he get across? Oh, that just went over. But still levelled, and it's still 1-1. Both sides defending really tight in this very second half. Both sides just a bit pragmatic, not just taking that too much risk, not just allowing that space. So both sides are just really very careful in this second half not to concede. Well, of course, if you must get a goal, chances must be created. You must be clinical. Now it's a chance for Agba Secondary School, but that is just so far for him to chase. This is Bright. Over control from Bright. Incredible one. Overplay from Ogbe Secondary School. Oh, of course, he just slipped in that one. That's taken upfield. Robin not happy with that challenge. It's a free kick to Ogbe Secondary School. We'll see here to have the first change of this very second half. Now Bright with a chase. Now it's a corner kick to Ogbe Secondary School. Of course, both teams exactly know what's at stake. They just need to defend tight, not to concede. Just need to avoid the mistakes. Of course, still in control, still in play. Taking deep down, and it's a comfortable save from the goalkeeper. That's a lovely one towards Ismail. And Ismail still with the chase. Can he get the pass? Oh, he's been brought down. The referee says play on. And of course, the players protesting, wanted to have the penalty, but the referee says play on. And now they've got an defender to do. That's taken upfield by Destiny Ogbe. That's number 4 jersey for Agba Grammar School. Well, interesting the kind of resilience that we've seen from this very incredible young stars. Of course, the tournament exciting as always. The Agba People's Forum Senior Secondary School Tournament. Good lovely ball control from 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘿. So back to 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗿. Lovely pass. Still trying to get away to get the player set up. Ismail. Lovely interception. And that's a chance. Now it's Sue. Can he get the shot away? Well, there's going to be a chance. Lovely defensive work again from Ogbe Secondary School. Both sides not willing to get the chance to slip. Can he get a shot away? And of course the offside flag up against him. He wouldn't have counted it. Get that one converted. That's taken off field. And still the offside flag up against him. Of course, we're approaching the final whistle of this very game. Got about 6 minutes more left to play in this very second half, and both sides are still very leveled. Trying to get the cross into the penalty box. What a lovely play! And now he's been dispossessed. A moment of feeling from 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝘿. Now to Ogbe Secondary School. He's on his way. And so that is a foul signalled by the referee. Well, 75 minutes already gone. And so that's it. That's the full-time whistle. We go directly into penalty shootout. Of course, we're going to be experiencing the second penalty shootout of this very, very tournament. But both sides fought just the way they should. Both sides never gave up. And now we are all squared. It's going to be a penalty shootout that simply is going to fight the fate of both sides. No doubt, it is an interesting tournament. The first half, we saw the opening goal coming in from UBTH, that very incredible strike to make it 1-0. And so the equaliser coming in from Samuel Ufot, converting it properly to ensure that they have the equaliser. And since then, down to the second half, both sides couldn't find any more goals. And now, the penalty, Sib is going to fight the fate. And so at full time, and University of International Hospital's pitch, it is Agba Grammar School 1, Ogbe Secondary School 1. We head into penalty shootout. Well, now is the time, now is the moment, now is the very, very great opportunity. Of course, the question is, which team is literally capable of making it out of the penalty shootout? Of course, even the most professional of players literally crumbles under pressure. Well, this youngster, we're going to know how well they could literally get themselves composed in this very penalty shootout. Of course, it's going to be the goalkeeper who's going to take it first. And so can he be very, very accurate in taking this very spot kick? Of course, can Ogbe gets it? What a goal! Well, the goalkeeper converts in style. Now they lead 1-0. Now it's Agba, Grammar School, who literally is going to take this very spot kick. Now he has to score, he needs to score. He needs to be accurate. Of course, taken! Wow, that is incredible! Sumptuously taken. Now it's 1-1 on penalty shootout. And the fans trying to cheer him up. It is Ahmadu Abraham of Ogbe Secondary School. An opportunity to get his team ahead in this very penalty shootout. Takes it! Well, that is cool! Ice cold down into that right bottom corner. Well, that is one of the most coolest penalty you'll see today. It is 2-1 on penalty shootout. And now the goalkeeper taken. Well, that is cool. Calm and composed. Well, of course, the goalkeeper miracle with that impressive penalty shootout. Now it's 2-2. 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗿𝘼𝙔, a centre-back that has been so impressive in this very tournament. Of course, he would love to convert from 12 yards. He would love to take it very, very clean. Now it's 𝗠𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗿 chance. Taken! What a strike! That is accuracy in its highest order. Now it's 3-2. This is where the tension literally comes up. Destiny, a centre-back that has been literally impressive so far for his team. Now he knows that this is not the time to miss. He knows that this is not the time to make mistakes. He needs to be accurate. He needs to get it taken properly. Now it's the time. Can he actually get it done properly? Destiny, taken! What a save! That is a wonderful save! And Ogbe Secondary School now has the upper end. 3-2.
That's why you don't know what you want.
Ogbe Secondary School now have the upper end. He needs to score to maintain the lead. Now it's a Dokolo Destiny. Dokolo Destiny! What a high score penalty! 4-2 now. Of course, this is not the time to miss. The number 9, Johan Kaspawa, who scored the goal in just 3 minutes into the game in the first half. Now he has the opportunity to reduce the deficit in this very penalty shootout. Of course, if he doesn't convert, they're out of the penalty shootout. They're out of the tournament. Now it's the time. It's now or never. Well taken. That is cool. And so they're one step ahead of making it to the national of this very incredible tournament. SchoolEdo wearing number 8 jersey for Agba Secondary School. Now is the time to polish him to victory. Now they are one step ahead. They have one step in the next round already. Now Destiny! Oh, he missed that very one! What a moment! Words cannot describe. Of course, if he misses, they're out of the tournament. But if he scores, we continue the penalty shootout. SNA White Man with a chance of getting things leveled. White Man with the opportunity now. Of course, if it misses, they're out. Takes it! And it's over now. We are level on penalty shootout. What a game! What a moment! This is simply incredible from these very youngsters. An indelible moment to remember. Both sides unrelenting, not willing to give up. Now it is Izuchuku's chance to get the goal, to put them ahead on penalty shootout. Izuchuku! Wow, that is cool. Odonaya Chinedu of Agba Grammar School needs to score. If he misses this very penalty, they are literally out of the tournament. Of course, now to avoid a disaster. Oh, that is cool. 5-5 on penalty shootout. And of course, both sides not ready to end the penalty shootout, not willing to say die. John Matthew of Ogbe Secondary School with this berry spot cake. Missing this berry one, it's not an option. He needs to be clinical, he needs to be composed. That is a lovely penalty shootout. Now it's 6-5. It is a smile for Agba Grammar School. There is no option of taking this off target. Takes it! Wow, that is just so cool. Both sides not willing to end the penalty shootout. That is how you portray the attitude of never saying die. We've never seen young stars on the grassroots level this hot. They've literally given their all. And now it is Jeremiah. Takes it! What a save! That is what they want. What a moment. Well, lots of controversies. Of course, the penalty shootout not yet complete, of course. Well, if Ogbe Grammar School score their own very spot kick, they are winners. One more very penalty shootout to take. If they score, they are winners. But if they lose, obviously the penalty shootout continues.
You should zoom in what is happening. They are still playing. They are still playing penalty.
Now is the last chance. Now, if they score, they are the winners. They advance to the next round. We are moments away. Now he needs to power his team to victory. This is a Cookville Mary now to take this very sport cake. This could be one of the most decisive ever in his career. Takes it, and that is finally it. They're into the next round. What a turn of events in this very penalty shootout. No doubt, this is incredible. A lovely penalty shootout to watch. 7-6 on penalties. And they are through to the next round. A commanding display from these young stars. It ended at full time 1-1, and penalty shootout simply decided the fate of both teams. It is Agba Grammar School who are through to the next round. After penalty shootout, it is 7-6, and they are simply going to celebrate all through today. What a game and what a moment. And so it ends, and University of Teaching Hospital. It is Agba Grammar School 1, Ogbe Secondary School 1, and 7-6 a penalty shootout.